Eating within 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep may have a negative effect on your sleep quality and may also cause weight gain. The International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health conducted an epidemiological survey study where they looked at college kids' eating windows before they went to sleep. And in the survey, they asked if they ate within 3 hours before going to sleep or not. And the kids that ate within a 3-hour window before going to sleep actually had multiple awakenings at night. But the college students that did not eat within that 3-hour window before going to sleep did not see near as many awakenings at night. The main reason why a lot of college students experienced awakenings whenever they ate within a 3-hour window was because if they ate around 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., their gut actually did not go to sleep until 5 hours later, which is the bare minimum amount of time your gut needs to actually kickstart its circadian rhythm. Areas of the body like the gut, the pancreas, the liver, as well as many others besides the brain, experience their own circadian rhythm. And if you are eating very late at 10 p.m., your gut is going to go to sleep in this particular situation at 3 a.m. So if you have to wake up at 6 a.m., your gut's realistically only getting 3 hours of sleep. So the reason why this is bad for weight loss is because you're actually giving your gut just a couple of hours of sleep every night if this is a consistent thing that you do. And this has actually been shown in rats where they found a correlation between the two hormones, insulin and melatonin. And they measured transmembranes in the rats such as MT1 and MT2, which are activated by melatonin to down-regulate or inhibit the function of insulin. So this clearly shows that melatonin and insulin work inversely with each other, at least in rats. So we can't draw causation because this study was done with rats, but rats have a very similar physiology to humans. So we can kind of see the same pattern here with somebody that usually eats very late, usually does not have the best control over their weight. Especially when these times of eating is past the sunset, when light is not exposed to the human body or the retina, where your circadian rhythm is usually starting to wind down and get ready for sleep. You introduce carbohydrates or anything that can actually upregulate your insulin, you can see a lot of issues because then your body has to break that down, and it usually takes longer to break it down whenever you are trying to go to sleep. So that's why it can take up to 5 hours or even more in certain situations where you're metabolically unhealthy. And they found this inverse relationship between melatonin and insulin through these two transmembranes in rats that were type 1 diabetics and type 2 diabetics, because a type 1 diabetic obviously has low levels of insulin, and vice versa with type 2 diabetes. They usually have very high levels of insulin. So they saw that inverse relationship in both groups of rats. But once again, we cannot draw causation to this study, but once again, it is definitely worth noting.